Hi, are you a runner? Are you a runner? Are any of you runners? Hands up, those of you are runners. Well, you are, and you are, but you're not. Actually, you're all runners. Whether you like it or not, at some stage of your life, you're running. Maybe not physically in the sense that you get up in the morning and go jogging around the seawall, but you are runners. What do I mean by that? Well, you are running from, when I say you're running from responsibility, you're running from your debts, you're running from yourself, or you're running towards somebody else. You're running to help them, you're running to support them, or you are running over different terrain, either rough, smooth, and each one of those terrains requires a different effect. When I say terrain, these are all the different aspects of life. Sometimes life is smooth, sometimes life is rough, just like running. Or you can run for. You can run for charity, or you can run for your life. Depends on the circumstances. Now, I like to run for fun. And 2 months ago, I set myself a goal. The goal was to run 10 kilometers. The fact of the matter is, I can't run 10K right off the bat. And previously, I have tried to run too far, too fast. In other words, my expectations of myself are just too high. I'm not capable of it. My breath doesn't carry me there. My muscles on my legs, they're not fit enough. And just time gets in the way, so I don't achieve what I want. However, if I set realistic goals, and for me that's running 1 minute a day extra every day, at the end of 30 days I'm running 30 extra minutes. For the first 2 weeks I could hardly run at all. However, I built myself up so that I could run, maybe 20 minutes slowly, and I could do it comfortably. And from that time on, I've run 1 minute extra every time I run. And I've built up to doing 34 minutes. This morning, I ran so well, I surpassed my own expectations. I ran further than I thought I was going to run. I didn't look up my stopwatch until I'd gone past my target. Are you a runner, sir?
No.
You're not? Yes, you are. You're running away. And so I felt good about that. Now, as I was running on the flat. And the flat, it gets tedious at times. It gets boring. And if I'm the only person motivating myself, then it gets difficult to achieve what I want to achieve, because I can usually on the flat, you can see far ahead. And the distance seems to take an awful long time to achieve. If I'm running uphill and I look up ahead, the slope seems too steep and the distance seems too far, and I tell myself I can't do it. And yet the reality is, if I look down and I look and watch myself doing one step at a time, and I don't notice the slope, well, the hill or the slope seems quite manageable. And without me knowing, I find myself at the top. And I can't tell you what a sense of achievement it is to get to the top. And it's the same in life. When you've got difficulties and you overcome your difficulties, then you feel good about yourself. Conversely, running downhill, well, that's got its problems as well. The knees, the ankles, they start to ache. And it slows you down. Well, in life, when life is going downhill, life does seem slower. Life does seem more difficult. However, it's not going downhill is not the same as going uphill. It seems a little insidious. You don't notice the aches and pains. It's usually later, the consequences of going downhill, where you get the real heavy-duty aches and pains. I also noticed that when I'm running, I see people who are maybe a little overweight, and I used to get judgmental. I used to tell myself, well, they're this and they're that, and look how slow they are. But the reality is, they're actually doing it. And that's all that matters. I don't need to compare myself with other people. On the other end of the scale, there are people who run past me. And previously, I beat myself up. I told myself, I'm not as good as them. Well, what difference does it make? They're younger, they are fitter, and they deserve whatever they achieve. Why do I have to justify to myself by saying I'm too old, I'm too overweight, I am suffering from a hangover from yesterday? Doesn't matter. As long as today I am running better, faster, healthier than I was last week or the week before. So you see, running is like life. It's a metaphor. And I'm going to leave you with one last thought. On the plains of Africa, there are predators. When they get up in the morning, they have to start running. Otherwise, they starve to death. Again, at the other end of the scale, there are the prey. And if they don't start running, they are going to get eaten alive. Isn't that just like life? Ladies and gentlemen, I leave you with this metaphor. I hope you start running.